His loss is huge. I think we all feel it.
It's been 1 year since Al Griffiths was gunned down at the TJ Maxx store in Cape Coral, a place where he worked for 14 years and built a successful career. But just before closing time on Tuesday, November 18th, 2014, the well-liked store manager was shot and killed as he rested during a quick break.
This makes no sense to me, honestly. At the end of the day, it was half hour before the store was to be closing up. And knowing my brother, his legs were tired. He had put in already a very long day, and he was just taking a short break. And somebody else obviously had something else in mind.
Despite the murder happening in front of a busy store in a well-populated shopping center on Del Prado Boulevard, the killer managed to slip away seemingly unnoticed, and to this date, he remains at large. His family, along with Cape Police, have been relentless in their quest for answers, closure, and justice.
Absolute disbelief, heartbreak, heartache. It's surreal. It's one of those things that you don't want this to happen to anybody ever, even your worst enemy. You know, it's such a tragic situation, especially someone like my brother who, you know, so quiet, so peaceful. Truly, none of it makes sense, and I can't imagine him doing something that would have spurred someone to do something like this.
A resident of Cape Coral for more than 20 years, Griffiths was known as a quiet man with a generous soul. His life revolved around work and his family, his two main priorities in life.
He was an artist. He was a gardener. He was a baker. He continuously tested new baking products out on his coworkers to much success.
But even more than that, he was his mother's best friend, the person who took care of her and shared all of her life's best memories.
He took very good care of her. He, you know, not only paid bills, but they were together for every holiday, especially if I wasn't in town. It was the two of them. And the most recent big holiday that we had, she goes, "I miss him," because, you know, that is someone that she spent every holiday with.
With no arrest made yet in this case, an anonymous donor has come forward and upped the reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction to $25,000. And that's on top of the Crimestoppers' $1,000 reward. And while the reward money is appealing, family members hope someone in the know will step up and help police because it's just the right thing to do.
Don't do it for the money, do it for the sake of the family, and do it so it doesn't happen to someone else, because I know someone out there knows something. Somebody was there. Someone drove this idiot away. Somebody knows something. That somebody needs to reach out to the cops.
Over the last year, a team of detectives have received more than 200 tips and interviewed more than 500 people. And 1 year later, they maintain faith that justice will be served.
We will not stop until this case is solved and we find the person that's responsible.
Take a good look at these pictures. If you knew Al Griffiths, worked with him, saw him during his 20 years as a Cape resident, or perhaps were there the night he was killed and have any bit of information, the time to call is now.
I'm desperate to find the person that did this. I just don't want this to happen to anybody, and I know there's someone out there that knows something. They need to come forward. Karma's a nasty boomerang, and I know that this person will get caught.
For Southwest Florida Crimestoppers, I'm Trish Rao.